Your Honor and members of the jury, I am here today on behalf of my client Horatio, who has been faced with an unexpected scam for the crown of Denmark. In Prince Hamlet's final moments, a quick change of mind stole the kingship from my client's rightful hands and placed it into the ownership of a corrupted heart. Fortinbras in control of Denmark is a clear dictatorship waiting to happen, and the lives of everyone who lives in Denmark is practically on the road to a death sentence. You see, Horatio has many qualities that Fortinbras lacks. Horatio deserves the crown more than anybody in Denmark and has proved this time and time again. He was loyal to King Hamlet and then loyal again to Prince Hamlet. Never was he tricked by Claudius, as Horatio always served the true royal family. We can also say that only one of the men that want the crown are educated and have the experience of age. And that man is not Fortinbras. Horatio has the wisdom of age that a young ruler could never learn, and has the wisdom of education that would aid him in decision-making. I may also alert your attention to the friendship that was developed between Horatio and Hamlet in the time of Claudius's leadership. Horatio managed to be the only friend of Hamlet's that did not, in fact, end up betraying the prince. There is also credibility in the point that Horatio is the only one of Hamlet's friends that is still alive, as the execution of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern in England was only last week. As well as to these solid facts, Horatio also stayed by Hamlet's side as he slowly began to lose his sanity. It is a known fact to all that it is extremely difficult to keep a friendship alive, while the opposing end cannot even keep their mind alive. Hamlet's insanity is just another point to why Horatio deserves the crown. Through Claudius's rule, Hamlet lost more and more of his mind until his end, where he died in complete insanity. This is the one and only reason Fortinbras was appointed to be the next king, is because Hamlet did not know what he was saying and was not in the right mind to be making any decisions on behalf of thousands of people and Denmark itself. Hamlet's insanity could be seen through multiple different ways before he passed. First, he was completely heartbroken over the rejection and death of Ophelia. What sane man leaps into the grave of his dead girlfriend and fights her brother just so he can prove that he loved her more? What sane man even believes that his bond was stronger than the love of family? Even before his heartbreak, Hamlet could be proven insane. He sent his own friends to their deaths in England with forgery. Forgery that the wise Fortinbras was tricked by without a second thought. Some of his closest friends sent to their deaths because they were simply loyal to Claudius. Hamlet sent 2 souls to the grave when he wrote his letter to England about Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and he sent 100 more souls to their deaths when he appointed Fortinbras the king. Hamlet also struggled with the decision of wanting to commit suicide or not. Any man who debates taking their own life seriously struggles with their mental health and cannot be considered sane or well enough to make important decisions. Hamlet's insanity was also seen in his indecisiveness. It was out of character that he even make the smallest decision without internally struggling. Never mind making the rash decision to make Fortinbras king in a matter of seconds. The prince's death was not planned, and therefore he did not have any time to analyze the consequences of his decision, which are many. Fortinbras's leadership is a time bomb to dictatorship and war. In his young age he has accomplished many things, yes, but all of those things have been in defending Denmark on the battlefield. So what does this child know? He knows nothing but war, death, and power. He is uneducated in anything but how to send men to their deaths. His mind has been warped by those images and the feeling of being all-powerful. He thrives off of that feeling, as all war generals do, and would easily send Denmark into war without a second thought in order to become the most powerful king around. He would then become impeached by someone more powerful, and Denmark will have gained nothing but many deaths. Besides only knowing war, Fortinbras was not around for Claudius's rule. He does not know what a corrupted king looks like, and does not know the royal family's life, mistakes, and deaths. Horatio had first-hand experience with all of the listed. He never completely trusted Claudius, as he was smart enough to realize the corruption. He also was present through the royal family's lives, and has learned the traits of what makes a good ruler and what makes a repeat of Claudius and his fate. These are the many strong factors that make Horatio a much better fit to become the king of Denmark over Fortinbras. Horatio is educated and wise through his age and experience. He also holds the qualities of being honest, loyal, and accepting, as seen as his connections to the royal family. Horatio is an accepting and loving man, as he stayed by the insane Hamlet until the end of his life. My client has also first-hand seen the difference between a good king and a corrupted one, as he dealt with King Hamlet and King Claudius. Horatio knows war, but is wise enough to not act on it, unlike Fortinbras. For all of the reasoning above, and for all of the traits that Horatio has and Fortinbras lacks, Denmark's new king should be Horatio. There is absolutely no one that is a better fit than my client, and therefore Denmark's best chance to thrive is in his hands. Your Honor.